Alright, so I've left all the green bits up from the last video and I've put up a new example. So this example, which should be 10, is x squared plus 8x, subtract 6. So first of all, always try cross method. The factors of 6 are 1 and 6, or 3 and 2, and if I've got a negative, one of those things is going to be negative. There's no way that 1 and 6 is going to make 8x or 3 and 2 is going to make 8x. So I'm going to use complete the square. So, repeating what we did last time, we keep the first two terms and we write them here, directly underneath. And I keep that last term and I place it over here. Then I have to add something in the middle. So I have to go, I'm going to add b on 2 squared. So b is 8, 8 on 2 all squared, and then I'm going to subtract 8 on 2 all squared. And then for the sake of the next step, I put this whole section in a bracket. And I'm going to turn this into what we call a perfect square. How do I do that? Well, I've got a rule that says the next line is going to be 8 plus just b on 2, close bracket, all squared. So 8 plus b on 2, close bracket, squared. And then I'm going to have these bits. Now I might make them a bit easier. 8 on 2 is 4. 4 squared is 16. So take 16 and then keep that 6. Don't forget about that. One last step is just to simplify it all down. So x, 8 on 2 is 4. Squared. Take 16, take 6 is the same as take 22. And I've now completed the square. We're going to do one more example. This time as we go through, I'd like you to have a go at doing the steps. So pause the video, do the steps, and then play the video and check if you're getting it right. So my last one is x squared, subtract 9x, subtract 3. Alright? Now, start off, negative 3. Are there any factors of negative 3 that will add to make 9? Well, negative 3 and 1 is only going to come to 4, so it's not going to work. So we're going to complete the square. So, what I'd like you to do here is write this next line in yourself. So take a minute, see if you can write it, and then check. So, if you've had a look, I've filled it in. Now, the one thing to make sure is you add here, but you keep this negative 9 on top. So that's sometimes where we can go wrong. So just check that you've got that. Now we can move on to the next line of working. So again, I'd like you to have a go. Once you've got this, see if you can write that next line of working down. So I'm going to have my x, I'm going to have plus, negative, my b, which is negative 9 on 2 all squared, and then I'm going to simplify this section. So take, now negative 9 on 2 isn't a nice, like it turns out to be negative 4.5. And we want to keep things in fractions, we don't want to introduce decimals. So we're going to use our index laws. So we're going to apply the power to each part. So negative 9 squared is 81. 2 squared is 4. So this whole section here turns into 81 on 4. Take 3. So we'll keep that over there. Just need to include an extra bracket there because I've got this small bracket and a big bracket. So let's see if you got that. That's quite a difficult step, especially when we've got these fractions. Last step is to simplify everything. So x, negative 9 on 2. I'm going to keep it as a fraction, but instead of adding a negative number, I'm simply going to subtract that 9 on 2. So that's simplified that. Now negative 81 on 4 I have to think to myself, well, what is 3 on 4? 3 on 4, sorry, what is 3? 3 is the same as 12 on 4. That will help me do this. So negative 81 take 12 is going to be negative 93 on 4. So now I've got my bracket squared, subtract another number. And that's what I was looking for. Have a look at that. Have a go now from chapter 7.3. I'd like you to work through question 2. Okay? And don't worry about factorising at this point. I just want you to complete the square. Thank you.